So I know I haven't done an actual video in a while. Okay, a really long time, a couple months now. Okay, so I want to update you guys on what's been going on this channel and with me as well, and the state of the game, and just basically overall. Like I want to have a sit down and have a talk with you guys. So what I want to talk about is, a lot's been going on. And I think it just dates back to this past summer. So I'm not gonna, dwell too much in the past. I'm just gonna not really gonna rush it, but I'm just gonna try to get through it as much as I can. So I think I said it back in the summer in a Galaxy deck profile where I said that I was dealing with some weight problems. That I've been trying to lose weight because apparently I've been gaining some unnecessary weight, and I've taken care of that. Last I checked, not to be, not to brag or anything. I know it's not much, but I've lost 20 pounds since December, and I'm really proud of myself. I 20 pounds may not sound like much, but it's an accomplishment to me, and I plan on, losing a little bit more unnecessary weight. So, and how have I lost all that weight? Well, if you check the poster behind me, that might give you a little bit of a hint of what I'm doing right now. Some of you might say, well, it's about time, but okay, so it wasn't until after the summer when my content started to, go down a little bit. Apparently, the content's been a little bit lazy. I haven't been doing anything since probably Infection. And, what a way to end Infection, like the season finale ended on a really high note, and it started on a high note as well. And season 2 started on a high note, and just to leave it like that, guys, I hate cliffhangers with a passion. I really do. And I really hate to just end it right there. I mean, if we're going by Infection standards, then, that's the episode that I technically left off at. But actuality, if that's even a word, um, we kind of left off in that one ban list video, the QuantumDark video, which, by the way, um, I don't think I'll be doing a ban list reaction, well, story-wise, anyway. It doesn't matter as light or dark, it does not matter. That's not going to happen. I will be discussing the ban list after this video, but just no. Not in the regular way that I usually do. So, with that said, Infection, I will continue. I will continue the story. The story has changed, apparently, because I had to change it. I had to change it, not because I wanted to. Konami kind of forced my hand, because I think you guys kind of get what the story is going here now. And so, with that said, moving on to other things. So, what's been going on with me is that I was supposed to go to college this past fall for a semester. This would be my fourth semester going to college. The problem was financial aid wouldn't cover for me. And so I got really upset, went through a little bit of a depression because I felt like my life is going to be put on hold because, bullshit reasons that I really, really don't want to get into because it just, yeah. So I had nothing to do, and the only thing that it kind of helped me out a little bit was the game, and also the career path that I chose, that I wanted to do for myself. Which, if those of you who don't really know me in real life, off camera, those of you who do already know that what I wanted to do with my life was I wanted to become a musician. I wanted to become a singer slash rapper. I already write my own lyrics as well, which is more than I can say about some rappers out there who just ghost writes for others. So, with that said, I'm not saying that I'm so talented, but no, like I think I deserve a little bit of credit for what I do. But it came at a really high price. For example, it's bad enough when I get very little to almost no reception. No constructive criticism. How you're supposed to get better or know what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right if no one tells you. There's also the other thing on, when you're performing at shows, people don't even give you the chance. You know, there's shows like that are just popularity contests. I've entered the same show twice, and it's the same people who keep winning over and over. No matter how many times they screw up, no matter how many times I do my performance flawless as flawless can be, or as flawless as I can make it, it's just gonna be the same shit. It's the same shitty people winning the same shitty show, doing the same shitty performance that just makes me want to kill myself. I mean, I really hate the music business, and for everybody who's up and coming, if you really like the music business, then by all means go right ahead. Like I just don't have the patience of dealing with bullshit like that, because I I've turned my back on music. Like, but to be fair, I didn't. I may have turned my back on it, but I didn't completely close the door. Like it's still open for just a tiny crack. It's open, but I'm not ready to welcome it back into my life. Like I think I'm kind of done with music for now, or I just kind of need a little bit of a break because I'm really tired of dealing with stupid people with no talent, you know. And again, I'm not trying to be modest or trying to put myself on a pedestal here. Like this is legit facts, okay? Because like I said a little while ago, there's people during these shows that I went to. It was bad enough that I got no reception, but it's worse when you got people who are apparently bad, like cringe bad. People are just they lose their shit over them, and I'm just standing there in the background going, what's so special about what this guy did? Like he botched lyrics like 3 times, and it's not like he tried to cover them up. Like no, like no, he stopped. Like he actually stopped. Like oh damn, and people would just start clapping for him to continue on, and so he would just wait and wait a couple seconds, and then he'd just get back to what the next verse was, which I applaud you for not feeling embarrassed, but you fucked up. So you can get where I'm going with this. I tried my hand with singing. I wasn't really that into it. I was discovered by another friend. Me and him started rapping together. We both did it in English, though I threw in a little bit of Spanish. Before Pitbull made it cool or made it a staple just for him. Yeah, fuck Pitbull. And so I ended up going on my own as soon as he graduated from high school. Um, I stuck with Spanish mostly. People didn't give a shit, so I stuck with English. People could give a lesser shit about that because no recognition, no reception, no feedback, no nothing. So 3 albums and I've got nothing to show for it. I mean, one look at me, you wouldn't even know I released 3 albums or mixtapes or whatever. So, as you guys can tell by now, in case you didn't know, I am really bitter about the music business and music in general. I just really hate listening to the new stuff that comes out, these new up and comers. Like, as soon as I heard Silento, like that's when I just threw my notebook down and I'm like, I'm done. Like, and that is not a joke. Like, I am legit serious. Like the first time I heard that and I saw the video, like I just threw my notebook. Like, I'm fucking done with this shit. Like, like, I've been doing this for like almost a decade, and I created a YouTube channel as well. I'm not even gonna, put a link in the description to that channel. Like it's not even worth going into. Like I abandoned it like months ago, so fuck it. But as soon as I saw that video and I heard this guy's voice, And I'm thinking to myself, like, this guy is Silento is just stupid, stupid video, stupid lyrics, stupid image, stupid rapper, and he's got a following. He's got a following. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to get everything together, and for the life of me, to save my own life, I can't even. So that ended the chapter of my life when it came to music. I tried something else. Best decision I ever made in forever. With what I'm doing now, I've lost weight. Um, I'm a lot healthier. I'm more agile, more athletic. I'm more comfortable being me. Basically, I'm not bitter about my life as a whole. To music, a little bit or a lot, however you want to look at it. But let me just say that I'm feeling a whole lot better than how I was when I turned 24. Because when I turned 24, I just couldn't stand anymore. Like, I was nowhere near the quarter point of where I wanted to be when it came to music or my life in general. So I just, I closed the door on that and decided to move on. I got mad about it, but here I am now. And now moving on to the game. Lighter stuff, more happier moments. Game-wise, I really like this format right now, and I'm talking about, right now, because I just heard about the ban list, which you'll hear my thoughts, in the next video. But as far as this one goes, this format that we're in right now, I thought it was pretty balanced. I thought it was pretty fun. Um, the locals that I would go to every Saturday, before I started doing, other things. The profession I want to get into now is legal, so. But every Saturday I would always go to locals, and there was the one day where, during the semester where I was supposed to go back to college, kick me while I'm down, why don't you? When I when I went to that locals and I saw that they closed down, I got no word from it, nothing. Even to this day, like there's no word that it'll open up again. So I was given no other choice. Me and my group of friends, Yakimo, Cupid 13, Thundertrick 34, among a few others. We ended up going to this other locals that we really don't go to because it's pretty far away. It's just like maybe 2 buses at best to get over there, but it's it's still pretty far away. It's still far away, and I just could not handle the bus rides over there. It was too long of a ride and too many people to go through. I'm pretty sure you guys can understand this. When you go to a locals and you got it's fun when you got a whole lot of people there, but imagine it's like a YCS, in a way. Like, this is nothing compared to YCS. YCS is like, and this one is like that by comparison. But what I mean is you got a whole lot of people that you gotta go through just to finish the tourney. And what's a little disappointing is that you eventually have to leave before the tourney ends, and you're not even eliminated yet. So that's kind of how it was. But eventually, I got used to that. So as far as during that period of time, I would take everything I had with me, and the deck that I would always compete with is surprise surprise, it would be Galaxy. It never won tournaments. I'm gonna put it like that, simple as that. Galaxy never won tournaments to this day. Even I think the best it's ever done was get me 5th place, the top 5th at the locals I went to before it closed down. That's probably the highlight it's ever done. Out of all the decks, that thing had the top the lowest. It just can't catch a break. And so my neck is really hurting. So for what it is, for what it's done, Galaxy has been doing a really good job. Like, I could not be proud of the deck, and I wanted to do a deck profile of it so badly before this ban list came out. Now it's like not even worth going into. It just killed my buzz. It just killed all the momentum that I had. It's just, ugh. I can't wait to get to that video. With Galaxy, there was that other deck. There was the Phantom Knights. There's the Super Me's, the Super Quantums that I wanted to get through. I wanted to do another Clownblade deck profile because I had a feeling that maybe, just maybe, they might or might not, ban the clowns altogether. I know that it's an emergency ban list. I really did not see that coming. But if it had to happen, then you know what, so be it. I have no problem with that. The only problem that I had was Ptolemaeus. So there's your early ban list reaction video right there. Like, I really wish Ptolemaeus stayed behind. I really don't think Ptolemaeus to Infinity would be that much of a problem, if anything. Because without the clowns, Ptolemaeus doesn't really have much going for it. And then there's also the actual ban list. But see, there's also Volcanics, which without the clowns, I had to change that one too. The Star Seraphs, which I really wanted to play a lot more of, but Phantom Knights and Star Seraphs came. Two decks had to go because I was making two new decks, and it kind of sucks though. But at the same time, it kind of doesn't. I'm more disappointed that the Star Seraphs couldn't be done a whole lot more. But then again, with Arc 5 still going on, you never know. We might see Dumont or Derbay, whatever name you prefer, or that you know him by, the Star Seraph guy from Zeal. Um, if he manages to show, we might get some more Star Seraph supports. I'm not holding my breath on that. But even if we do, chances are I probably won't recreate the deck because at this point it's too late to make a deck profile. And as far as Clownblade goes, I don't think I'll be able to do that one either. And as far as a deck profile or any other regular videos for the time being, that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. So to wrap up the game in general, it was doing all right until this ban list crept up out of nowhere and it just shat on the entire party. So I loved it for what it was. This format, which I'm gonna call now this past format, because Galaxy actually had a chance. Every deck had a chance. Every deck had a chance to actually compete and play Yu-Gi-Oh. But then, well, this ban list came and we're back to where we started with Cosmos. Yay. The reason why I can't do them is, well, why I won't do them is literally because I can't. I cannot do them because you guys can see, the new setting and everything. I didn't move, okay? You guys have to recognize that, okay? I'm still in my room here. It's just that my laptop busted back in January. So I had to replace it. My computer, like, its time finally came. It was time to put it out of its misery. Like, there was really no saving it. So that's the reason why, during that time, I wasn't really, doing as much videos as I thought it would or was hoping I would, because my computer was just acting up so much. My laptop, it would freeze. It would freeze, and I don't know if it was infected with a virus. Like, for all I know, it probably was. But the thing is, it had this thing called Pluto TV, which I'm pretty sure all 100 something of you probably do not even know what that is, because everybody that I asked around, even the fucking idiots over there at Geek Squad, they didn't know what this was. And I asked them, like, what Pluto TV is. Like, is it a virus or anything? Because that thing kept popping up. It was like a fucking ad that just kept popping up every time when I would turn on my laptop, and every time I would turn it on, like, there it is, and I kept telling myself, I gotta uninstall whatever this thing is, whatever this is, I gotta look for it, I gotta uninstall it, erase it, from my browser or whatever. And when I finally got around to it, that's when it all went down to shit. Because as soon as I got rid of this Pluto TV thing, my laptop just started freezing to the point where it would not even go. It would just not work at all. It would just stay frozen like that. It was the one point where it stayed frozen for half an hour, and I just kept shaking it and shaking it, and I kept smacking the screen. And then, well, karma's a fucking bitch. I honestly cannot picture a better way to go than that. But needless to say, my laptop broke after that. I still have it. It's somewhere down there. It's beyond repair at this point. There really is no saving it. I took it to Best Buy, the Geek Squad. didn't know what Pluto TV was. I asked my friends, I asked people all around. They didn't know what Pluto TV was. Never even heard of it, apparently. And they said that they couldn't repair it. You know, the cost of repairing would cost more than what I paid for the laptop itself. So they said I was better off getting a new computer, which I did. I got a new laptop for about a week. Yeah, I ended up returning it. Nothing was wrong with it. It was just yeah, I only needed it just for the 1 week. Let's just put it at that. And so as soon as that was done, I knew I had to, make a couple changes. So right now with what I'm using is a desktop, and this is the only spot that has a working outlet. Not much room, as you guys can see. It's really crowded here, but it has a working outlet over there. So I'm stuck with using the desktop right here, and I'm stuck with this now. So I still have the same regular webcam, but I'm hoping all of this changes. I'm hoping it all changes because of infection, which I'm gonna talk about right now. Before I move on to infection, that's as far as the deck profiles go. I can still do videos. It's just that no intro. Like there is I cannot recover any files from my laptop, so none of the old school stuff. The only way I can do that is if I download videos. But as you guys, some of you saw in the Gold Series polls video, you saw how atrocious that was, and the only reason it's staying up there is just so you guys could understand what it was I went through, and that's what I'm going through right now. So I'm pretty sure this video is gonna turn out the same way. Like I really don't know. This is the first time I'm using the software here, because I use different software for that other video, and this one this is just by memory. I'm using the same software that I used with the laptop before, and so let's see how that plays out. And same thing with Movie Maker. Like I did not have Movie Maker for the last one, but for this one I do plan on using it. Thank God, and thank Giacomo as well for helping me out. And at best, I could probably just take the webcam and just move it over here, but it can only be stretched out so much. So it'll be like somewhere over here, down here, to put some light over here, but whatever. Now onto infection. I'm gonna need a camcorder, and I'm gonna need a stand, because that's it was easy enough. Not that easy. It was actually kind of frustrating when I was doing infection with the laptop and the webcam. But I feel like it's going to be a lot easier manning the camera, especially with Thunder Drake, who usually takes care of the camera work. I do plan on finishing infection, okay? The story had to be changed, for obvious reasons, and if you don't, it's because of the format. I'm sorry, formats. Like how many formats have we missed, or how many decks that have we not faced, or anything like that. But regardless, I do plan on finishing the series. When am I gonna wrap it up? I don't know. When am I gonna pick up where I left off? I do not know. But one thing's for sure, it will be complete. That right there is a promise. Because I hate cliffhangers, guys. I really hate cliffhangers. Like for those of you who've seen Firefly, I think that one had a cliffhanger. Like Firefly, or One-on-One, or Spider-Man Unlimited. You guys know what I'm talking about. Fuck cliffhangers. I just want to complete the series. I want to continue the series. And on a final note with infection, me and Yakimo and Shady Titan, who now calls himself X-Vink, we all sat down. We went over a couple ideas. I didn't really have a script written down, but well, we sat down and we had a discussion of ideas. And so I really like what we had going for it, but unfortunately, we just did not have the time for it. We were supposed to start filming before the snow started coming down, but this is Chicago, and snow comes down when you least expect it. I mean, it's April. We're still getting snow. I mean, you wouldn't know it because snow right now in Chicago has about as much chance as a snowball does in hell. Bipolar weather. And now, last but not least, what am I gonna do now? Well, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to be doing the bandless reaction video. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a quantum video. It's just going to be me discussing my thoughts on the this ban list that just popped up out of nowhere. Like, I wasn't planning on this, so it's just gonna be off the top of my head, this one. And I'm really not liking this one. That much I'll tell you. I really don't like this ban list. But as far as everything else, well, I'm glad Arc 5 is still going. I'm glad that Kaito is coming back to the series. We got a new Galaxy Ice card that came out. We got another Galaxy Dragon that came out, which is number 38, which I might as well give a little discussion of it right now. So number 38 is a really good card. I think that thing is, I think it can replace Felgran. Because let's be honest, Felgran, um, you use Dragon, 3K beater Dragon, and 2800 beater Knight, or Wizard, whichever one of those two, and you overlay it to bring out Felgran, alright? A 2800 beater that can negate and be immune to card effects. You're giving up a 3K beater for that. Yeah, I get it. The effect makes up for it, but right now in this format, does Felgran even help? But since this guy is back in the show, let's see how he goes. So that just about does it for this video. I'll be back with the ban list reaction and see how that plays out, because there's a lot to discuss for this one. So thank you guys for watching, and let's see if I can do this.